Hey there, Gothamites and Caped Crusader fans. Batman has one of the most wildly unique, sprawling, and absolutely legendary rogues galleries in all of pop culture. We're talking a lineup that's not just the cream of the crop in comics, but has shaped blockbuster films for decades. From the campy, colorful chaos of the 60s to the dark, gritty masterpieces of today, these villains aren't just bad guys. They're psychological mirrors, physical juggernauts, and chaotic forces that push Bruce Wayne to his absolute limits. Today, we're embarking on an epic journey through the cinematic Batverse. I'm ranking all 19 major live-action Batman villains from my least favorite to the one who reigns supreme. Expect controversy, deep dives, and maybe a few laughs along the way. Because let's face it, some of these takes are as polarizing as the bat signal on a cloudy night. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more rankings, breakdowns, and everything DC. So, let's lay down the rules of engagement before we dive in. I'm sticking to live-action theatrical Batman films only. No animated gems like Mask of the Phantasm, no TV baddies from Gotham or Titans. We're focusing on villains who star in actual Batman-titled movies. No extended universe teases like Jared Leto's Joker. He barely squares off with bats. No Harley Quinn cameos, no standalone spins like Halle Berry's Catwoman. And sorry, no team-up titans like Doomsday or Darkseid. This is pure Batman rogues. Oh, and we're honing in on the supervillains. No mob bosses like Falcone or Maroni. They're slimy and effective in their own right, but they're not the colorful crazies we're here to dissect. And trust me, this list is already a beast without them. All right, criteria set. Let's kick this off with the bottom of the barrel and work our way up to Gotham's most notorious nightmares. Starting at rock bottom, number 19 is the hulking disappointment that is Bane from 1997's Batman and Robin. Played by the late Jeep Swenson, this guy's got the look down pat, massive muscles, that iconic Lookador mask, glowing venom tubes pumping him up like a bad 90s energy drink ad. But that's it. In the comics, Bane is a mastermind, a tactical genius who outsmarts Batman, breaks his back in Nightfall, and conquers Gotham with brains and brawn. This version, he's reduced to a grunting, brainless henchman for Poison Ivy. Can't even form a full sentence. It's like they took one of Batman's most formidable foes and turned him into a walking punchline. Behind the scenes, director Joel Schumacher wanted a comic book accurate feel, but this misses the mark so badly. Why not just create a new goon? Total squandered potential. What do you think? Does this Bane deserve redemption, or is he forever doomed to the bat trash heap? Climbing just one measly spot is Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy from the same neon nightmare, Batman and Robin. On the surface, she nails the aesthetic. That sultry green glow, vine-wrapped outfits, flirtatious smirk aimed at our heroes. But dig a little deeper, and there's nothing there. It's the cliched, timid scientist scorned, turns into ecomaniac trope we've seen a million times, and it rarely lands. Add in her over-the-top seduction, and she feels like a watered-down Catwoman knockoff. Her master plan? Injecting plants with venom so they can fight back against humanity? What? It's cartoonishly absurd, and her forced team up with Mr. Freeze screams studio-mandated villain mashup. Fun fact, Thurman auditioned by sending Schumacher a tape of herself in full Ivy makeup, and she commits to the camp, self-aware and hamming it up like she's in on the joke. That energy makes her watchable, even fun in spots, but overall, she's as forgettable as last week's wilted salad. If you could rewrite her arc, what would you change to make Ivy bloom? Moving up to 17 is Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face from Batman Forever. This one's a head-scratcher because it feels like they shoved Harvey Dent through Tim Burton's quirky mold, but ended up with Jack Nicholson's Joker in split-face drag. Personality? Way too manic and over-the-top. No sign of the tragic, duality-obsessed lawyer from the comics. Instead, we get campy coin flips, a perfectly symmetrical layer, and zero emotional depth. That said, the visual design is chef's kiss. The 50-50 split suit, scarred makeup, it's fun in a 90s excess way. Jones, known for stone-cold roles like in The Fugitive, surprisingly dives into the ham with gusto. And plot-wise, his revenge arc ties neatly into Robin's origin, giving Chris O'Donnell's Dick Grayson some real character growth. Comic fans might know Billy D. Williams was originally cast as Harvey in Batman '89. What a missed opportunity. Still, this Two-Face is so detached from the source. It's like ordering steak and getting cotton candy. Would Williams have nailed it? Or is Jones' camp the guilty pleasure we didn't know we needed? Number 16. Arnold Schwarzenegger's infamous Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin. I can already hear the groans and the ice puns. Chill out. Let's kick some ice. The over-designed cryo suit, that glowing blue armor, and Arnie's deadpan delivery. It's all so goofy. Many rank this rock bottom, but here's why it's higher for me. It's memorably awful. In a sea of bland villains, this one's laughably bad in the best, quotable way. Plus, there's actual substance under the frost. His motivation to save his terminally ill wife Nora. It's a botched adaptation of the heartbreaking Heart of Ice episode from Batman, the animated series, but at least it tries sympathy, way better than mindless muscle or seductive stereotypes. Behind-the-scenes scoop, Schwarzenegger got $25 million for this, and he ad-libbied half those puns. Campy? Yes, but in a film that's pure cheese, he's the fondue king. Does Freeze deserve a modern reboot, or should we let this one stay on ice forever? Sliding into 15 is Marion Cotillard's Talia al Ghul from The Dark Knight Rises. Controversial low spot? Absolutely, but stick with me. In Christopher Nolan's hyper-realistic world, the mystical League of Shadows already feels like an odd fit. Talia? She's smart, seductive, but ultimately just a plot twist, defined solely by being Ra's daughter. No real intellectual sparring or physical showdown with Batman. She's more connective tissue than threat. Once revealed, she diminishes Bane, turns him into her loyal puppy, and undercuts the Bruce-Selina romance. And that death scene? Oof, this truck is not stopping, followed by a limp head drop. Laughably abrupt. Comic Talia is a complex anti-heroine, lover, and foe. This feels rushed. Fun fact, Cotillard was pregnant during filming, adding layers to her reveal. Still, she drags the film down more than elevates it. Is Talia underrated, or does she belong in the shadows? Group ranking at 14. The Fab Four from the 1966 Batman. The movie, Cesar Romero's Joker, Frank Gorshin's Riddler, Burgess Meredith's Penguin, and Lee Meriwether's Catwoman. I'm bundling them because they're basically a villainous Voltron, a team serving one goofy purpose. This is peak 60s camp, tongue-in-cheek, self-aware, and shockingly comic accurate to that Silver Age era. Costumes. Spot on. Joker's purple suit, Riddler's question mark tights, Penguin's waddle. Their plan to dehydrate the UN Security Council with a giant vacuum? Pure absurdity, but intentional, unlike later Schumacher flops. It's like a live-action cartoon, with Batshark repellent and all. Behind the scenes, Romero refused to shave his mustache, so they painted over it. Iconic. Fun Sinister Six vibe, but no depth beyond the laughs. Does this camp hold up today, or is it a relic of a groovier time? Number 13 brings us Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman from the Batman, Matt Reeves' gritty reboot. She's the least villainous here, more ally than adversary, but come on, it's Catwoman. She counts. Kravitz slinks into the role with perfect poise, that sleek suit, whip-sharp moves, and a backstory tied to Falcone's mob family that makes her revenge quest relatable. We get family drama, moral ambiguity, and a drive that propels the plot. But the Bruce romance doesn't click for me. Their deep connection feels forced, and that emotional goodbye scene? Meh, it's my biggest gripe with the film. Still, her ties to the story make her sympathetic. You get why she's clawing back. Fun fact, Kravitz drew from real cat behaviors for her mannerisms. Purring, stalking. Strong, but the chemistry fizzles. Do you ship Pattinson and Catwoman, or is it a catastrophe? Up to 12. Jim Carrey's Riddler from Batman Forever. Off the bat, this isn't my ideal Riddler. Too zany, with outfit swaps every scene and a plot to siphon brainwaves like a bad Saturday cartoon. Loses the cold, puzzle master intellect from the comics. That nerd scorned by hero trope? Overdone. And yeah, it screams Joker light. But it's Jim Carrey. The guy's a rubber-faced whirlwind, magnetic, hilarious, even in schlock. His cane-twirling energy steals the show. Behind the scenes, Carrey improvised tons, clashing with Val Kilmer on set. Entertaining? Absolutely. Just not the Riddler. Is Carrey's chaos a win, or does it riddle the character with holes? Danny DeVito's Penguin waddles into 11 from Batman Returns. This is a weird one. Tim Burton's gothic twist turns Oswald Cobblepot into a grotesque sewer dweller raised by penguins, with fused flipper hands, raw fish munching, and oozing black bile. Subhuman and sexually charged? Miles from the comics' classy crime lord. Yet, it nails contrasts, short stature, top hat, trick umbrellas, even a rocket penguin army. His abandoned by rich parents origin mirrors Bruce's tragedy beautifully. But the plot escalates to kidnapping Gotham's firstborns? Yikes. DeVito owns it, drawing from his It's Always Sunny gross-out mastery. It's vile, depressing, pitiful, but you can't look away. Mixed bag. Not funny, not scary, just unsettling. Does Burton's freak show Penguin fascinate or repel you? Kicking off the top 10, Liam Neeson's Ra's al Ghul from Batman Begins. The League of Shadows ninja mysticism clashes with Nolan's grounded tone, holding him back. But he's effective, a sane extremist who sees the world in absolutes like Batman, but cranks it to genocidal levels. Physical matchup? Thrilling, those trained fights. Sequels flesh him out with immortality nods. Twist reveal means he's MIA for chunks of the film. Scarecrow overshadows. Still, a fresh mentor-turned menace. Fun fact, Neeson thought he was training stuntmen, not knowing it was for Batman. Solid villain, but not the standout. Is Ra's the unsung hero of Begins or Lost in the Shadows? And Hathaway's Catwoman claws to 9 from The Dark Knight Rises. Pre-rewatch, I remembered her as meh, but wow, she impressed. Perfect look, goggles as ears, sleek suit. Mannerisms. Spot on, sultry voice, agile flips. Double crosses, reluctant heroism, and Bruce chemistry that sizzles more than in the Batman. Moral shift feels rushed, off-screen, and she vanishes mid-film. Talia's fake romance steals thunder. Could have shown brighter if introduced earlier. Behind the scenes, Hathaway beat out big names like Jessica Biel. Decent, but craved more. Is this Selina the cat's meow, or does she need 9 lives for a comeback? Cillian Murphy's Scarecrow haunts number 8 across the Nolan trilogy. Best in Begins. Arkham's shrink abusing fear toxin, gas mask design modernizes brilliantly. Creepy vibe. Even unmasked, those eyes unsettle. Returns in sequels cement him as Gotham's underbelly staple. Wasted as Ra's pawn, imagine him as main villain, twisting justice via psychology. Fun fact, Murphy's subtle performance won Nolan over in a Batman audition. Intriguing, but underserved. Should Scarecrow get his own spotlight, or stay the fearmonger in the background? The top Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer's from Batman Returns at 7. Most villainous, delving deepest into Selina's fractured psyche. From mousy secretary to vengeful vixen, nailing the transformation trope. In costume, pure Catwoman, flirtatious cat and mouse with bats, physical prowess, moral grayness. Supernatural twists, 9 lives, cat swarms, add insanity, but core essence shines. Electric chemistry leads to Batman unmasking himself. Impactful. Fun fact, Pfeiffer vacuum-sealed her suit for authenticity. Ouch. Despite changes, it feels like Selina. Is this the definitive Catwoman, or too perfectly unhinged? Tom Hardy's Bane muscles into 6 from The Dark Knight Rises. Presence alone elevates. Feels like an unbreakable wall, despite Hardy's height. Prosthetics and menace sell it. Breaks Batman like comics, pushing physical/mental extremes. Brains match brawn, tactical genius. Early exiled brute, lore intrigues. Talia twist deflates. Pit origin hers, not his. Voice. Aged like milk. Still, the hero's journey he sparks is epic. Behind the scenes, Hardy bulked up 30 pounds, improvised lines. Near greatness, but pawn status hurts. Without the twist, top 3? Or forever the masked mercenary? Top 5 opens with Jack Nicholson's Joker from Batman '89. Traditional, yet serious. Bleached skin, gadgets, goons, top billing. Fleshed out mobster to madman arc, acid fall. Works, showing madness descent. Best live-action look. Purple suit, flower squirt. Whimsy shines in art defacing, but parents' killer tie-in and Vicky obsession feel tacked on. Fun fact, Nicholson negotiated profit shares, made bank. Timeless, but not revolutionary. Is Nicholson's Clown Prince the gold standard, or a product of its era? Paul Dano's Riddler puzzles into 4 from the Batman. Brilliant update. Serial killer intellect, Zodiac-inspired creeps, fits detective noir perfectly. Mirrors Bruce as orphan vigilante. Bruce even sympathizes initially. Twist. Thinks he knows bad identity, but doesn't. Finale absence. Prison. Copycats. Dings it. Hope for sequels with classic look. Fun fact. Dano wrapped himself in saran wrap for sweat. Method acting. Stellar modern take. Is this the Riddler we've been waiting for? Or too grounded? Top 3. Colin Farrell's Penguin from the Batman at 3. Starts as mid-tier mobster, exploits chaos to rise, paralleling early Batman. Epic car chase, rare humor in grim film. But the Penguin series catapults him. Backstory, anti-hero charm. We root for the monster. Makeup? Unrecognizable. Prosthetics wizardry. Performance. Farrell's gravelly accent sells sleaze and ambition. Best villain deep dive yet. Does Oz deserve his crown? Or is he waddling toward overexposure? Aaron Eckhart's Two-Face claims silver at 2 from The Dark Knight. Overshadowed by Joker, but crucial. Sympathetic DA mirroring Bruce. Public anti-corruption hero wins the girl. Flaws make his fall believable. Tragic hospital scene chills. Integral to ending. Cover up. Batman takes blame. Impacts rises. Dent act. No flair, but perfection. Fun fact. Eckhart's makeup took hours. He embraced the duality. Underrated gem. Is Two-Face the real MVP, or forever in Joker's shadow? And the undisputed champion, number 1, is Heath Ledger's Joker from The Dark Knight. What hasn't been said? Ledger transforms. Scarred smile, greasy hair, licking lips, total immersion. Not physical threat, but chaos incarnate. Outsmarts everyone. Keeps us guessing. No origin. Genius. Adds mystery. Nihilism plus intellect. Insane or visionary. Scary and funny. Actual jokes. Interrogation scene. Legendary. Reinvents while honoring comics. Oscar-winning performance sealed it. Is Ledger's Joker unbeatable, or can someone top it? Phew, what a rogue's rush. From campy flops to masterful menaces, Batman's villains prove why he's the Dark Knight. Who's your top pick? Any hot takes on my ranks? What fresh foe, like Clayface or Man-Bat, do you crave in live action? Spill in the comments. I read 'em all. If this got your bat senses tingling, smash that like. It boosts the channel huge. Subscribe for more DC deep dives, Marvel matchups, and cinema spotlights. Thanks for hanging in the Batcave with me. Until next time, stay vigilant.